Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show where I get to talk to authors from all over the world, and I get to introduce you to their books. Look at this book. It's quite about Goats and a Plunger Stick by L.G. Offerle. And not only do we have the book here, we have the author. Let's see if I can find her. Welcome, L.G.
Hi.
I'm going to get the book. It's kind of wide for our screen. I'm going to squeeze it in here. Here's the cover. It's a fantastic cover, by the way.
Oh, thanks to my friend Amanda, who is author A.J. Coleman. She
Uh,
did that for me.
yeah, I always say, how do you pick your next book? For me, it's partly the cover has a lot to do with picking a book. And
Definitely. Yeah, it's got to grab your attention somehow.
yeah, and this
It's got to
book,
look some sort of unique.
yeah, this book it made me stop and look. I got a chuckle out of it from the first moment I saw it. Tell us about the book, LG.
The book is about 3 years that I was in California. A lot of the time was spent in the Fresno area,
Nice.
but also traveling to the Hollywood area for casting calls. And basically, it's about the 3 years that I spent couch surfing while going to casting calls, but also working part-time jobs, keeping a roof over
Yep.
my head, and all the adventures in between.
Yeah, I meant to mention that. Did not know you wrote a book. I knew you from your efforts in the entertainment industry, theater, film, all kinds of stuff. Now,
Right, I finally got around to writing it, and published it last year.
nice. Now it looks like the picture looks like Arizona, and the background looks like Hollywood.
Right? So years ago, I had in my head what I wanted the cover to look like, sort of an homage to the older man and wife, with the farmer's wife, the farmer and his wife
Yeah.
with the pitchfork, and you got the farmhouse in the background.
Yes.
So my brain went, okay, cool. I'm gonna have the Hollywood sign in the background with the saguaro cacti representing Arizona,
Yeah.
and then the bright California sun, and then I got my sunglasses and I'm
Yeah.
looking all Hollywoodish, but I'm holding the plunger, and I've got my comrade, the goat, next to me.
Yeah.
So,
It's almost looks like a genuine Grant Wood painting. The farmer and
oh,
his wife. Yeah, that's the painter, Grant Wood, who painted the. Anyway, do you still have one foot in Hollywood and one in Arizona?
so what? Sorry.
Are you still part-time Hollywood, part-time Arizona? Are you still in plays and doing entertainment?
It's been a bit rough in this post 2020 world, got to admit. I am currently in Arizona. I'm wanting to get back into the entertainment industry a lot more often than I am,
Yeah.
which is it's tricky. It's tricky in this post 2020 world, but I'm hopeful, and my dream is to get back to it full time. Yeah,
Yeah. Tell us more about the book. Is it a grown-up book? Is it for anybody can read it?
I would say, well, these days, 16 and up.
Okay.
It's got some colorful language, not too often though, and it's about very, you know, a lot of it is funny in my opinion, especially the goats and the plunger stick part.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is very holy guacamole. What am I going to do next? Where am I going to live? How am I going to get from point A to point B? How am I going to uh, get some food when the food stamps are running out? So serious topics, but I would say 16 and above.
Yeah. And it's a memoir. Is it a memoir?
It's my biography.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've changed
Okay.
certain names to protect the not so innocent, but it's all, yeah, it's all me. That's all me.
Yeah. I find it fascinating already. I have not opened the book. I love memoirs. I love to hear how people live their life. And you're pretty young to have a memoir.
It's it's I love memoirs too. So, uh, if you say did you say I'm pretty young to
You're
have a
pretty
memoir?
young
Is
to
that
have
what
a memoir.
I won't say what my age is, but thank you.
But you live.
uh,
Sounds like you've had a lot of adventures.
yes, that is a very positive spin. Lots of adventures. Yes.
Would it book be somebody? If I have somebody in my life who's trying to break into the entertainment industry and going through the things you did, traveling for auditions and stuff, will they get a kick out of it?
Oh, definitely. I'm not saying, hey, everyone should, Actually, I do. I think if anyone is thinking about physically moving to somewhere that they believe is going to be a foot in the door for them,
Yeah.
in the entertainment industry in particular, and you're leaving behind your friends, your family, and maybe you have a couple of friends where you're moving to, but that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Definitely, it's a good read because I pour out my heart in it,
Yeah.
letting people know my thoughts, my feelings, stuff that I was going through at the time. The
Yeah.
good and the not so good.
Do you have any little stories out of the book you could share with us?
The goats and the plunger stick part. So that came from I was temporarily living one summer with a great lady who had a ranch out on the outskirts of Clovis. I'm sure you know that area where there's the beautiful hills and yeah. So she was out of town for a few days, and she gave me all this list of instructions. Here's what to do. Da, da, da. And there were goats, there were horses, there was all sorts of animals. So these darn goats kept getting out of where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I called her once. I was like, here's the deal. What should I do? And she goes, well, you know that first step where you blow the whistle? She goes, go ahead and do that. She wasn't being sarcastic. She was just like, just blow the whistle, but you got to wear earplugs because you don't want to hurt your ears. Yeah. Okay. Put the earplugs in, blow the whistle while I was like behind them, blowing the whistle, and put them in the gate, close the gate. An hour later, they're out again. Called her back. Okay, go ahead and do this. Do the treats. See if they'll follow you with their favorite treats. Grab the treats. They followed me. Put them back in. Third time they got out. Called her again. Was like, okay, you don't have a step for, what if they get out the third time? And I was laughing, but I was like, well, just grab a piece of wood or, like a stick, a big stick,
Yeah.
and hit the ground, not them, of course, hit the ground behind them and around them while herding them back to their pen. I was like, where might you have one? Because she had acres of land and I wasn't finding anything. I was on the phone with her. She goes, I think there's an old plunger stick around the corner of the blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, there was an old plunger stick. No plunger, but just the stick. And that's what I used. So that's where I got the title of the book. And there's a part in the book about that whole experience too.
Yeah. I find it amusing because I have goat stories as well because I grew up in the same neighborhood. So.
Okay, cool.
Lori, where can we get this book?
Right now, it's only in ebook form. It's on Amazon.
Yeah. And
I am working on getting the particular ISBN to release it physical copy soon.
Yeah.
So right now it's just ebook and it's $7.77.
Nice.
Or if you don't have Kindle yet, you don't have to have the actual Kindle device, but it's an app. So if you want to get Kindle Unlimited, you can try that out for free for 30 days.
Yeah.
And you can download my book for free that way too.
Nice. Yeah. I do have a Kindle, by the way, but it's still sealed in the box since last July, Father's Day. I got it, and I have not opened it yet. But I'm amused, and I'm curious to read the whole book and see the story of you going from Fresno to Hollywood and ending up in Arizona or wherever you are now, Lori.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm wherever I am too sometimes. Where am I?
They only give us 10 minutes. I'd like to keep going, but they're giving me the signal. But I just want to give you a moment. Any last thoughts you want to tell the viewers about your book or about you or anything you want to talk about?
I am for hire, not just with any writing conventions coming up or things like that, but also the entertainment industry. I've got an IMDb profile and also regular work. So give me a call, email me.
You're open. And
Let's
you're
talk.
Available. So your website's on the screen, Instagram's on the screen, and we'll keep in touch with you, Lori. Thank you
Thanks
for coming
so
on the
much.
show. I'm very excited about this book.
Good to see you again, Mike. Thank you so much for having me on.
And for our viewers, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.